Hi you guys, so the other day I made some little candy bags for my son's preschool and here they are. I took some pictures of them and I posted them on my Instagram where you can check it out below. I'll post a link so that you can follow me if you're interested. I like to post pictures of either like my pinup stuff, my videos. I like to post exercise inspiration, food, healthy food inspiration, some naughty food inspiration. And this is one of the things that I posted, and I just want to show you guys what is inside of the bags. So I'm going to do that in just a little bit. I wanted to preface the video by saying that I am not anti-candy for kids. Like, I'm okay with keeping a balance, you know. I have a real problem with candy addiction. That is where I draw the line. And so I'm in agreement with my husband, and we're both raising our son so that he likes candy, just like we like candy, so that he enjoys candy as much as we enjoy candy, but we don't want him to have the addiction that I had to candy, because it got to a point where I was so addicted to sugar as a little kid that instead of paying attention in class, sometimes I would like draw pictures of like ice cream and candy. That's really embarrassing. But anyway, then after that, of course, I started to have a little bit of obesity going on. It wasn't really very bad. Like, if you saw me as a little girl, I wasn't like, you know, overweight, but I was a little bit chunky by age 10, 11. You know, because I ate so much candy as a little kid, I had a lot of dental problems, so I ended up having a lot of cavities. By the time I was old enough to like have my own dental insurance, I went out and I, you know, got my teeth checked, and I had like tons of cavities and I had to get them fixed. Also, as an adult, I became so addicted to sugar that it was a major task for me to work on reducing the amount of sugar that I would eat. Another thing is that diabetes runs very strong in my family. A lot of people in my family have it. A few people have died close to me from diabetes. My grandmother had to have parts of her body removed because of diabetes and how bad it was affecting her. And so I don't want to pass that on to the next generation. So that is where the moderation takes place, and why you see me, you know, eating healthy and trying to take care of myself and take care of my son's diet. Now, with that said, the items in here are still full of sugar. There's nothing in here that prevents, that is healthier than eating a piece of candy, for example. But it is just a little tiny bit better than eating sugars that are completely processed, because like with this, at least they'll have a little something natural in there. Just a little tiny bit better than eating sugars that are completely processed, because like with this, at least they'll have a little something natural in there.
I got these milk chocolate freeze-dried bananas from Fresh and Easy, and then I also got these yogurt covered raisins from Fresh and Easy, as well as these real fruit strips. So my son is a fan of most of these. And then I got these little sacks, they're paper sacks, at Michael's, and they're pretty small. They're not like lunch bags, they're smaller than that. I would say maybe half the size of that. And then in this package there was 16 of them. And then I got these sort of foam stickers. They're little pumpkins as well as little ghosts. And then I poured in the freeze-dried chocolate covered bananas, and then the yogurt covered raisins, and then finally, of course, the fruit strips. Folded that and then put the foam stickers over that to seal them. And here is the final product.
Now that you guys saw what's inside the bag, you guys know that the yogurt covered raisins, they have the yogurt that's over them, of course. And the yogurt that covers them is full of sugar, but they do get a little bit of the raisin in there, and that's what I don't want my son to forget about. So he will snack either on yogurt covered raisins or he will snack on regular raisins. And because there isn't a huge difference in the taste, he'll choose either one. So if I don't have yogurt covered raisins available and I say, hey, you feel like eating raisins, have a box of raisins, he will be perfectly fine with that. And that's what I love. I don't want him to say, no, I hate raisins, I want to have M&Ms, or I want to have Snickers, you know. That's what I don't want. That's why I put those in there. The chocolate covered bananas, I put those in there more for like the other kids, because I know kids love to eat chocolate. Hey, I love to eat chocolate. My son isn't really a big fan of chocolate so far, so, but yeah, I put those in there for them. It has chocolate in it, but of course it has some dry bananas inside, which are just a little bit healthier than, say, for example, some cookie or some genetically modified ingredient inside. It's a real banana, it's natural. And then we have the fruit roll-up type deals. Those are really good too. They're made from real fruit. Yes, they're dried out, but in my opinion, all of these candies combined are so much better than using these fake picture candy that's flowing around Facebook right now.
So much better.
Yeah, so much better. There's a picture that's flowing around Facebook right now, and it talks about genetically modified organisms, which I will post a link in the description bar so that you guys can see it as well. Be careful. So you guys can see it as well. And it talks about how a lot of the popular candies that we are giving to our kids have these ingredients in them. And if you read this Facebook page that posted this picture, you'll see that there's a lot of controversy. There's a lot of people that are on there saying, well, where's your proof? How do you know? You know, but for me, when I see stuff like that, I'd rather just go on the safe side and just say, you know what, I'm just not going to give him as many of those this time, you know. I'll give him maybe 1 or 2 pieces a day around Halloween time, if that. And, you know, honestly, like, we have a big old bucket of candy that we got from Disneyland a couple weeks ago, and he hasn't asked me for any of it, and it's right there, we can see it. But he definitely does ask me for other things, such as he'll ask me for like a banana. He just asked me for one recently. Yogurt covered raisins, those are one of his favorites. He also likes to eat grapes. Grapes are his favorite too. He loves grapes. He likes to eat apples, and he will literally snack on almonds as well as celery. He'll eat celery like raw. I'll just chop it into little pieces and he'll just crunch on it as if it was popcorn. So those are the types of things that I'm doing for my son, just to help him grow up understanding that you know, it's okay to enjoy the sweets, but at the same time, what you should be munching on all day long is fruits and vegetables. Yes, it was a coworker who said this to me. She used to work with older people in like a senior home, and one of the things that they used to tell her, or a piece of advice that they would give her, is that for the span of your life, you spend most of your time in your life being an adult. So being a child is only a small portion of it. So eating all that candy and preparing yourself for adulthood is only going to give you a higher risk of leading yourself to an unhealthy life. And yeah, you might say, well, you know, I'd rather be unhealthy and enjoy the things that taste good. But then comes the suffering later on in your life, and those are the people that are saying, I wish I would have had time, or I wish somebody would have taught me to eat better. And those older people are the ones who are suffering, going through things like having kidney problems, or having their kidneys removed, having their gallbladders removed, having all kinds of surgery that never leaves you the same as you ever were. Things that could have been prevented if you just would have learned to eat healthy. Excuse me. So that is what I'm trying to teach our son. You know, the things that I've learned in my adulthood, I'm teaching him in his childhood, so that by the time he's an adult, it's not as difficult for him to have to go through what I go through. And like I've said before, I do enjoy everything in moderation. I will go out and eat at a restaurant and eat, you know, unhealthy foods. I will enjoy.
Oh, Mama, this one's a car.
I will. That's an excavator. I will enjoy a piece of cake at a birthday party. I'll enjoy Halloween candy. You know, sometimes I'll indulge in Halloween candy, but at the same time, most of the time, you'll find me eating, you know, vegetables and drinking a lot of water and stuff like that, just for the sake of me being here as long as I can, because if God allows me to live for a really long time, I would love to be part of my son's children's lives. You know, I don't know if that's what he's going to want in his life, but I'm going to be here just in case. I hope. That's my goal. And not only do I want to be here, but I want to be here and I want to be able to like climb the playgrounds with them, you know, and like not be tired and not be, you know, going through surgery or going through things that are scary. And I know that like in life you can't plan your life, you know, but at the same time, I know that there are things that you can do to lead to something a little bit better. And so far what I've been doing has really been helping me out as far as like my energy levels, the way that I look, the way that I feel. So again, I want to pass that on to him. So hopefully this rambling, boring part didn't make you like unsubscribe from my channel. But yeah, so anyway, I gotta go, you guys. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Bye!